we are going to discuss needs a lot of enthusiasm, good mood, and willingness. What else do you need to be a successful traveler? Do we need good health? Or perhaps good health is what we get while traveling? What do you think? Why do so many people in the world travel? Pasha?
I think people travel because they want to have a holiday and they want to be healthy and strong.
Okay, Anya?
In my opinion, some people travel just for the impressions.
Okay, Katya?
People travel from home away, a week or two perhaps, and some people travel because they want to do business.
Thank you. Masha?
In my opinion, many people go on holiday to rest and enjoy themselves.
Okay, Vanya?
I think people travel to see other countries and their sights.
Thank you. Yegor?
In my opinion, people travel to discover new lifestyles, to see different museums, exhibitions, and new sites.
Okay. Ira?
I think some people want to lie on the beach and read good books during the day.
Thank you. Katya?
I think some people travel to visit their friends and relatives.
Okay. Lisa?
I think some people travel for business or just for pleasure or because of they tired and want to rest.
Okay. Look at the words written on the board. Choose the words or expressions connected with the topic tourism. Two of you will do it on the board. The rest must be very attentive and help. Okay? Who wants to go to the board? Will you, Pasha and Yegor? Okay?
So, to begin with, I think traveling by air, of course.
Traveling on foot,
Traveling by boat.
adventure tourism,
Cultural tourism.
traveling by ship,
Language tourism.
hand luggage,
Destination.
ecotourism,
Travel guide.
visiting friends and family,
Maybe heritage.
holiday tourism,
Package holidays.
Is
and educational tourism.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Boys
think
and
that's-
girls, do you agree?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, boys. Well done. Sit down. Who will tell us what we are going to discuss at today's lesson? Yegor, maybe you?
As I know, we will discuss the types of tourism in Britain.
Right, you are. What for are we going to discuss this topic at the lesson today? Katya.
We are passing our English exam in June and tourism is our examination topic.
Okay, you are absolutely right. So, we are going to speak about different types of tourism because it's our examination topic and we are getting ready for our exams. Boys and girls, by the end of the lesson, you will be able to express your opinion about different types of tourism. Meanwhile, what do you associate with the word tourism? Look at the board and finish the phrase. Tourism. Katya?
Tourism is a collection of different services.
Okay. Vanya?
Tourism brings jobs.
Okay. Masha?
Tourism brings money.
Thank you. Yegor?
Tourism is the way people discover new lifestyles, different pictures, sites, and traditions of different countries and their customs.
Thank you, Pasha.
Tourism provides over 250 million people all over the world.
Thank you.
Tourism helps to unite people from different countries and nationalities.
Right, you are Ira.
Tourism is a collection of activities.
Okay. Lisa, what do you think?
In my opinion, tourism is an essential part of modern life.
Thank you. Katya.
For some people, tourism is a hobby. People travel around the world and visit different countries.
You are right. I like your answers. Well done. In order to get acquainted with different types of tourism in Britain, you are to read some information about it. Then you are to fill the chart using the information from the text. Is it clear? Yes. I will give you 3 minutes to read the texts. You can do it in pairs. Are you ready with the text?
Yes.
Have you any questions? No questions. Now you have to fill in the charts using the information from the text. You can do it in pairs. So, have you finished? Yes. Okay. Now, look at the board and check up your answers. Read, please, one by one. Katya, will you please read your variant?
Rach is going on holiday to Bournemouth. He lives in Leicester. Is domestic tourism, and
Shina and Donald are going to Madrid for a weekend break. They live in Glasgow. There is outbound tourist and leisure travel.
Thank you. You are right. Anya?
Mary is a sales director for a UK company. She is going to a sales conference in Barcelona. It's outbound type of tourism and business type of travel.
Okay, thank you. You are right. Pasha, go on.
The Peyton family are going on holiday to Disneyland in Paris. Is outbound tourism and leisure travel.
You are absolutely right. Katya?
Jerry lives in London. He goes to visit his father in Dublin every Christmas. I think it's domestic tourism and visiting friends and relatives.
Relatives. Thank you, Katya. That's right. Igor?
Mario is visiting the UK from Spain to undertake a language course. So was for me it's an inbound tourism and it's business travel.
Okay, you are right. Masha?
Marianne is taking a holiday in the UK. She lives in Australia.
Austria.
It's inbound tourism and leisure travel.
You are absolutely right. Okay. Now, I invite you on a wonderful tour to the capital of the United Kingdom of Great Britain, Northern Ireland, London. We are going to travel there by sea. Sit comfortably and enjoy your trip. Imagine that we are traveling to England by ship. The sun is shining brightly. The nature is so beautiful. Put on your glasses and enjoy your trip. Of the sea. Katya.
I like traveling by boat. I enjoy the comfort and pleasure of relaxation.
Okay, Lisa.
I like the beautiful sounds of the sea.
Okay, Anya.
I just like the sea and I like everything.
Okay, Pasha.
I like breathing the sea air. It's so fresh and clean.
Thank you. Katya.
I like beautiful scenery.
Okay. Vanya.
I like the food on the ship.
Okay. What about you, Masha?
I like the waves in the sea.
Okay. The waves. Okay, the waves. Igor, what about you?
I like the sounds of birds and sea, the warm sun, of course, and the pleasant atmosphere on the ship.
Okay. Thank you. So, what do people usually do on board a ship? What do people usually do when they are on board a ship? Lisa.
I think they listen to music.
Okay. What else?
People usually take photos of the sea and they enjoy the sights.
Okay. Ira. Anya.
I think people spend time with family or friends.
Thank you. Pasha.
People can read a book.
Okay. What else can they do?
People enjoy the sea air.
Okay. Igor.
In my opinion, they can go to the discos on the ship and meet new friends or acquaintances.
Okay. Are there any more opinions, Lisa?
talk to each other.
Okay, they talk to each other, of course. So, in order not to be bored on board a ship, let's listen to some jokes of all the characteristics, good and bad, for which the British are known. In the outside world, their sense of humor is one of the best known and most positively regarded. Now, you are to tell jokes about traveling. Who is the volunteer? Who wants to answer? Igor, will you? You're welcome.
So, three young men came to a little station in the country and asked when the train to London was leaving. They were told that it was leaving at 9 o'clock. Oh, we have a lot of time, said one of them. Let's go to the bar and have a drink. So they went to the bar, took a drink and had a very good time. When they came, of course, they forgot about the time, and when they came to the platform, the train had left. They saw the station master, came to him and asked, "When is the next train to London, please?" The station master said, "The trains to London leave every hour. The next train will be at 10 o'clock, but it will be the last train to London, and if you miss it, you will have to wait until morning." "Oh, it's okay," said the young man, and went to the bar again. Of course, they forgot about the time, and when they came to the platform, the train was just leaving. They rushed along the platform, and two of them ran very fast and managed to jump on the steps of the last carriage, but the third man remained on the platform. When the station master came to him, he was very surprised to see that he was laughing. "Why are you laughing?" said the station master. "Oh," said the young man, "did you see those two idiots? They mixed up everything. It was me who was going to London. They were here just to see me off."
Thank you. So, do you like the joke?
Yes.
Okay. Are you ready to answer Igor's questions?
Yes. So I have some questions, of course, and the first question is, what were the three young men doing on the station?
They were waiting the train.
Waiting
For the train.
they were waiting for the train to London. Okay.
The second question, why they missed these trains?
Why did they miss?
When did they miss? Yeah.
Why did they miss the trains?
Lisa.
If I understand clear, they forgot about the time.
Of
course, yes.
Okay.
And the last question is, who managed to catch the train?
Who managed to catch the train?
These.
Maybe two of them.
Yes, of course, two of them. Yes, thank you for listening.
Okay. So, thank you very much. I like your joke, but I've got one more question for you. Why was the third man laughing? Why was the man laughing at the station, Katya?
Because two men went to London instead of him.
Okay, you are absolutely right. So here is one more joke. Will you please, who wants to answer? Who wants to speak? Will you please, Anya, come here.
I will be with Pasha.
Thank you, come here, please.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our fantastic tour of London by bus. As you can see, we are on an open tour bus, so you can see all the attractions directions from your seat, and you don't need to go anywhere.
I have a question.
Yes?
Do you have extra umbrellas? I mean, if it rains a lot.
No, we don't have any extra umbrellas, but don't worry, I'm sure it won't rain. Right? Okay. So, where we going on our wonderful tour? Our tour takes 2 hours and we are going to visit all the famous sites. We will see the Madame Tussauds Museum. It's a museum with wax models of famous people and celebrities. After that, we will drive along the most famous shopping street in the world, Oxford Street. After that, we will see Westminster Abbey and the Houses of Parliament. If we drive along the river, you will see the famous London side is the London Eye, from which you can see the whole city on a sunny day.
I have another question.
Yes?
Can I have my money back?
Why? What's the matter?
It's going to rain heavily. And I have some questions. And the first question is, what sort of tour is it? Vanya?
It's fantastic tour of London by bus.
Okay, that's right. You're right. And the second question, what will the tourists see on the tour? Igor?
They will see the Houses of Parliament, Madame Tussauds Museum, Tussauds Museum, London Eye, and Westminster Abbey.
Yes, it's true. And the third question, why does the tourist ask to return the money? Katya?
Because it's going to rain heavily.
Yes, you're right. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you for your joke. I like it. So let's is up. We are already in London. In order to get acquainted with this beautiful city closer, you are to watch a video about London. But before watching it, I want you to change the groups and move a little. Stand up, come here and take a card. Your group will depend on the color of your card. Come here. So this is group number 1. This is group number 2. Group number 1, your task is to watch the video, make notes and be ready to ask questions. Group number 2, your task is to watch the video attentively, make notes and be ready to answer possible questions from group number 1. Now, watch the video.
Hi. In this program, we're going to take a look at London. London is the capital of Britain. It's a fascinating and exciting city with a very long history. Let's find out more. London is on the River Thames. In about 43 AD, the Romans built the first bridge over the river, and that was the beginning of the City of London. Until 1747, there was only one bridge over the Thames. Now there are 29, some for cars, some for trains, and some for pedestrians. Some are very famous, like this one, Tower Bridge. London has a population of nearly 7 million. It's a big city, but travelling around it is easy. You can take a water bus on the river, End of London. Today, the Harrods store has 300 departments on 7 floors and over 3,000 staff. About 35,000 people shop here every day. Another popular place for shopping is Covent Garden. It's also a centre of London's street life. There are restaurants, discos, pubs and clubs. London has over 130 cinemas and more than 60 theatres. The Mousetrap by Agatha Christie was in 1952. And yet, at this London theatre they are still performing the same play. It's a world record.
Boys and girls, do you like the video?
Yes.
Was it clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now, the first group, be ready to ask questions on the video. The second group, look through your notes and be ready to answer possible questions. I'll give you 3 minutes. Have you got any questions to me? No. Okay.
I have one question. How many bridges are there in London? I don't remember.
29. Theaters. Okay. Your time is up. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. The first group, you are welcome to the board.
Where is London situated?
London is situated on the River Thames.
Okay. Where did the Romans build the first bridge over the River Thames?
In about 33 AD.
Yes, it's true. How many bridges were there in London until 1747?
Only one bridge.
Yes, right.
How many bridges are there in London now?
Now there are 29 bridges.
What is the population of London?
The population is about 7 million people.
What means of transport can you use in London?
You can take a water bus on the River Thames and underground and most famous buses.
Okay. When did London Underground start?
London Underground started in 1863.
How is it called?
It is called the Tube.
Yes, you're right. How many tourists come to London every year?
20 million tourists come to London every year.
When was Madame Tussauds Museum opened?
Madame Tussauds Museum opened in 1802.
Okay. What is the name of the most famous shop?
Name is Harrods.
Right. What is the name of the another popular place for shopping?
Another famous shop is Covent Garden.
Covent Garden.
What do people like about London?
They like cinemas, clubs, parks, and Madame Tussauds Museum.
Yes. What can people do when the shops and museums are closed?
There are are many restaurants, clubs, discos, and many beautiful parks in London.
How many cinemas are there in London?
It's about 130 cinemas.
How many theaters are there in London?
60 theaters.
Yes.
What are the most famous London parks?
There are parks in London, for example, Hyde Park, Regent's Park, and many others. That's all.
Thank you. I like your work. Well done. Sit down, please. So I'm satisfied with your questions and answers. Now, your task will be choose one representative from your group to retell the video in English. Are you ready?
Yes, yes.
What is your decision?
We think it must be Igor.
Okay. Your group?
We think it must be Ira.
Okay. Ira and Igor will retell the video in English. All the rest must be very attentive and ask some questions if you have any, or add some more information. You're welcome.
So, to begin with, London is fascinating and exciting city with long history. It is situated on the River Thames, and the first bridge over this river was built in 43 AD by the Romans, and it was the beginning of the city of London. You know that there was only one bridge until 1747, and now there are 29 bridges in London. Some of them are for pedestrians, some of them are for cars, and some of them are for trains. Can you help me, Ira?
Yes, nearly 7 million people live in London, but the traveling around is easy. You can take a water bus on the River Thames, and you can go in one of the most famous red buses or black taxis, and you can go by the underground. It is the oldest underground in the world. It started in 1863, and this is called the Tube. 20 million people come to London every year. 11 million people from abroad.
So, there are many places to see in London, a lot of exhibitions, art galleries, churches, museums, the Tower of London, and of course Madame Tussauds Museum. As I remember, it was opened in 1802, and nearly 2.5 million people visit it every year. Can you help me again?
Okay, London is a great place for shopping. One of the most famous shops is Harrods. Nowadays, 300 departments on 7 floors, and 35,000 people shop there every day. Igor?
As I remember, there are a lot of good street fashion on the streets of London. For example, mini skirts were popular in 1950s, and then there were punks and hippies and so on. And yeah.
There are more than 130 cinemas and 60 theaters in London. There are some wonderful parks: Hyde Park, Regent's Park, and St. James Park. People walk, jog, have a picnic, and just relax there. And Dr. Johnson, a famous British writer, said, when the man is tired of London, he is tired of life.
Okay, thank you very much. I like your work. Well done. Have you any questions to Ira and Igor? Katya?
I haven't quite got why the shop was called Hertz.
Okay, because in 1884, Charles Henry Hertz started a small business in the east end of London.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Have you any more questions? You can see some banknotes on the desk. Come here and take one note, depending on the feeling of usefulness of the lesson for you personally and depending on the quality of your work. Come here, please. Why have you chosen this banknote?
I have chosen this banknote because the lesson was interesting and useful for me.
Thank you. I like your work at the lesson today. You tried and did your best. Thank you. Lisa, why have you chosen that banknote?
The lesson was really interesting and we have revised active vocabulary on the topic traveling and tourism.
Thank you. You were very active at the lesson. I like your work. Well done. Katya, why have you chosen that banknote?
The lesson was useful and we have asked many questions.
Okay, so I like your work at the lesson too. You were excellent. Thank you, Katya. Igor, what about you? Why have you chosen all these banknotes?
So, as for me, it was a satisfying and interesting lesson, and of course, I tried to do my best. I had some mistakes, but we'll try to fix them in the future.
Okay, you were the best, of course. I like your fluent speaking, Igor, but you have tried to do your best and not to make silly mistakes, okay? I like your speaking, but try not to make silly mistakes. Pasha, what about you? Why have you chosen this banknote?
No, I chosen this banknote because we have learned about more types of tourism in London.
Okay, you were very active at the lesson, Pasha. And you acted like a real Englishman in the dialogue. I like your work. Well done. Anya, what about you?
Because I have learned a lot about the capital of the UK and I like this lesson.
Okay. I liked your work as a travel guide near the boat. And I think you will be a good travel guide in the future. So, Ira, what about you?
As for me, I like the video and would like to visit London in reality.
Okay, you were very active. I like your work at the lesson and I like your retelling of the text. You were excellent, thank you. Masha, what about you?
I like traveling by ship, so I like it very much.
Okay, I think you will travel by ship in the future. So I like your work at the lesson, but you must be more active at the lesson, Masha. You must be more active. Vanya, what about you? Why have you chosen this banknote?
Because some questions were difficult for me.
Okay, but you tried and did your best. I like your work at the lesson, but you must be more confident, okay? Thank you. I see that you have earned a lot of money. where would you like to travel? Katja, where would you like to travel?
As for me, I would like to combine educational, cultural and culinary tourism and to go to Britain. I think I would go there by plane because it's fast and comfortable. This trip will give me a chance to practice my English, to try British famous food and to see the British famous sites, the Tower of London, Westminster Abbey and many others.
Miss Lisa, what is your opinion?
I think it is unsafe to travel to foreign countries because of pandemic. I know there are many wonderful places in our country. I would advise you to visit the recreation tourist complex Russell Lakes because I have already been there with my parents and seen beautiful islands and lakes as well as incredibly beautiful nature.
Thank you, Lisa. Of course, I fully agree with you because there are so many wonderful places in our country. Belarus is so beautiful and you can visit many different places in Belarus. There are many castles, museums and many attractions in our country. So, and I advise you to visit our country. Okay. Boys and girls, now open your day books and write down your home task. Your home task for the next lesson will be to write an essay about your favorite place in Belarus. What place would you recommend to visit in our country? Use the information from the lesson. Use the words, expressions and types of tourism we have discussed at today's lesson, and put your marks in your day books. Okay, Katya, your mark is 9. Lisa, your mark is 9. I like your work. Katya, your mark is 9 too. You were the best. Your mark is 10, but try not to make silly mistakes. Pasha, your mark is 9. You were active. Anya, your mark is 9 too. Ira, your mark is 9. Masha, your mark is 8. And Pasha, Vanya, I'm sorry, your mark is 8 too. I am satisfied with your work at the lesson today. I hope you enjoyed this wonderful virtual trip as much as I did. I think that in the future, when the coronavirus is over, you will have the opportunity to visit not only London, but other beautiful places all over the world. The lesson is over. Goodbye.